Okay. All right, guys. Welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed the R&R. I saw that 10 guys, 11 guys actually, 10 guys did the Chazara, did the learning every day. Shai just sent me right before, so it's 11 more. It seems like more than half the Chaver did it, so really good stuff. We're starting. What?
You gain more time by doing the Chazura than doing it every day.
Correct. Yeah, but either way, but the point is, either way, the goal was to get somebody to learn either way. But yes.
How many guys are joining the raffle from the Ganze Kenyan?
I have no idea, but we have a separate raffle of 250 twice. I mean, 250 twice. We set up our raffle and then they copied us, but they went.
We'll go with $5,000 here, guys.
No. They have.
There's $4,000.
No.
Wait, $250, $250.
There's two $250 raffles. That's us. There's two $1,000 raffles. That's Kim Sechter. Two $500 raffles is them, and then there's also two $1,000 raffles that whoever wins it goes to the Chabura. Meaning to pay for. We can get like a lunch for the Chabira. No, not for me. For the Chabira to whatever to get merch, munch, whatever. Balaz. Okay, guys. What? Balaz. Very good. Bottom line is we have our sponsor today. The mice have to tell these guys. Jersey Collision sponsor. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Chof Hayamid Aleph, the Mishnah. We're going to start from the Mishnah again and get the flow. The outside real quick. What was it? The Mishnah said three things. We're focusing right now on the first part of the Mishnah. The Mishnah says, "Ha'osik b'mitzvah, pater min mitzvah." Right? Why? Because it says, "Shluchei mitzvah, pater min mitzvah, min sukkah," which means you're osik in the mitzvah, you're pater from the mitzvah. Rashi says, someone who's on their way to do a mitzvah, which is, and gives examples, learning Torah, lahag b'pnei rabbi, or pidyon shvuyim. Now, one of the things that's interesting is the Gemara is going to start right away and say, where do we know this from? It wants the source. The source meaning, where in the Torah do we know that our osik b'mitzvah is part from the mitzvah? And we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to start initially saying from Kriya Shema. We learn it from Kriya Shema. There's two parts in it, and the Gemara is going to explain. One is prat la'osik b'mitzvah, one is prat la'chasen. One excludes each. Stamazai, why do we need to know? What difference does it make? Where do we know it from? Who cares if you're osik in mitzvah and you're part from that mitzvah? Maybe you don't want to do this mitzvah, drop the mitzvah and go to the other one. So the answer really is that I haven't seen. There's a ritva that says that once you're osik in a mitzvah, you're doing a mitzvah, the next mitzvah that's getting pushed off is no longer a commandment. It's sort of a reshis. So what happens if you drop the mitzvah that you're doing? Exactly. If you drop the mitzvah you're doing, you're like you're being over on your mitzvah by doing something that's reshus. It's no longer a mitzvah. We're going to do this. This is really what we did right before Yom Tov.
Mitzvah and the mitzvah the shiz is the same schar, no?
Forget about the schar. You're going to get an einish for dropping what you're in the middle of. Can you imagine you're going to do pidyon shvuyim and now you have to go to do a sikkah. You have to drive into town. Back in the day, how did they go? If they went, horse and buggy, they're traveling, and you're going on the way, I want to go eat, let me go into shtetl, let me go into shtut. This guy's never sitting there waiting for someone to bail him out, and you're chilling, running to a sikkah. It's a problem. So, osik b'mitzvah is part of the mitzvah. You're in the middle of doing something, the next thing gets dropped.
That's only an essay, right?
No, osik b'mitzvah is part of a mitzvah. That's keep it basic. I don't know essay. I mean, obviously, if you're osik in doing something, you don't have to do. It's a sheva tasif, whatever. Anyways, but now, we're only going to introduce today one more thing, which the Gemara will introduce and say, why are we learning it out from Kriya Shema? Let us learn it out from Pesach. What's Pesach? We're going to see that in the Midbar, there are some Yidden that were Isaac in a Meis Mitzvah, and because of that, they couldn't bring the carbon Pesach. And what happens is, they were Isaac 6 days before, and they were stuck the day of, and that's what we're going to introduce and see inside. Let's start from the Mishnah. What? Yeah. No, this is still this week's parasha. It's probably involved also. Okay. Shluchei mitzvah. We're just starting from the Mishnah. Yeah. Recap. Shluchei mitzvah p'tur min sukkah. Shluchei mitzvah part from the sukkah. Cholim mishamshen p'tur min sukkah. A choila and their shamish. And again, we're not talking about an emergency thing. Even a choila in a nursing home or whatever. They're part from the mitzvah. And someone's able to eat and drink arai, which we're going to see, the Gemara is going to explain later, outside the sukkah. Minani mili, where do we know this from? The Tanu Rabbanan and the Rabbanan learn, they say we learn it from B'shivtecha b'veisecha. We learn it from Kriya Shema, prat la'osik b'mitzvah. It's b'shivtech b'yisecha, excluding someone who's involved in a mitzvah. Uvelechtecha b'derech, prat l'chasen. Uvelechtecha b'derech excludes a chasen. Mikan amru hakonis is absula pater. From here we see someone who marries his psula is pater. With salmon chayiv, and if he marries salmon is chayiv, what happened? Does that make it? Yeah. My mashma. Now, where do we see from the pasuk? How's it implied from the pasuk that oisik b'mitzvah is part of the mitzvah? Amar Ravuna says kiderech. Why? Excuse me, not oisik b'mitzvah. Prat l'chasen, meaning if the chasen is pater. Where do we see it? We see it from the word derech. Why? Kiderech. Ma derech is just like anywhere you go right or left. That's discretionary. You could decide where you want to walk. Av kol rishos lafuke hai de mitzvah asuk. So since it says kiderech, it's excluding anything that is a mitzvah related. If it's mitzvah related, then you're pater from a mitzvah, which in this case is Kriya Shema. Milo yaskinon. So who said? Now who told you that we're not talking about a mitzvah? Who said it's talking about a rishos? Milo yaskinon because of the mitzvah. Who said he's not on his way for his mitzvah? Why are you saying it's a rishos? The kam rachman alikri. And what does the Torah say? The Torah says you have to say Kriya Shema. So it sounds like it's possible that the Torah is talking about you're on the way to do a mitzvah and you're still chayev. So, okay, good question. So what's the answer? If that were the case, that you're mamish on the way to do a mitzvah, then the Torah should say b'sheves uveleches. Why? Sitting at home or going. My b'shiftecha uvelechtecha. What's this? You're sitting, you're going. Yours means b'leches didach hud mechayeves ha b'leches mitzvah ptiras. That you're going is when you're chayev, but if it's for the Torah, if it's for a mitzvah, you're pater. Okay. So now it goes back to the simple question. Why do you say only prat l'chasen that's konis is absula? Maybe konis is almana. He's marrying almana. So he says konis is absula tarid, konis is almana loy tarid. Then we saw the reasons, but he's not as oisik or tarid as if you were marrying absula. And anyway, so 1 second. So anywhere that you're tarid, in any event, you should also be pater. It sounds like from here, very simple. In any event where you are tarid, and tarid means your mind is super occupied that you can't focus, you should be pater. Elamiyata. So if that were the case, tava svinas biyam, the tarid, hachinami the pater. That what? If someone who has a boat, or you have all your merchandise in a boat, and a boat sank, and you watched it off the sea, well, that person's super tarid, so he should also be pater from doing mitzvahs, right? So what do we see? And let's say yes. Let's say we're going to say that person is pater from the mitzvahs. We have a case where Rav Bar Zavda says, Amar Rav, he said in the name of Rav, Avel chayiv bekol ha-mitzvahs ha-muz b'Torah. Avel is chayiv in all the mitzvahs that are written in the Torah. Chutz minat tefillin sherinamar b'hem pe'er. Besides for tefillin, which says what? It's considered a crown, and therefore you don't have it. Hacha tar tir the mitzvah, hasam tar tir the rishos. So now what do we say? Very simple. If you're going to say that when a person is tarid, meaning your mind is occupied, right? Then you're pater from doing mitzvahs. Who's more occupied than someone who just lost a spouse, a family member, someone who's now becomes an avel? Who's more occupied than him? Whose head is more farnimin, right? Meaning you're totally banged out of shape. So that there you should also be. So the answer is very simple. Over there by the chassan who's marrying Absula, he's tarid in a mitzvah. Because the first time you're with Absula, there's a specific mitzvah. But someone who's avel, Rashi says that there's no chiyuv to be depressed. Get it together. You're allowed to show avelis, be sad, but so that's why it says with tefillin is the one thing that you don't have because it's a crown. You're sad. You can't have a crown on you. Correct. You don't. We're going to see. The Gemara doesn't say. Correct. It's going to say. We're going to see the next. No. It says Aval. We're going to see later. It's going to say day one. Yeah. No, because here, no. It's two things. Oh, very simple. No. Because in order to, very good question. The answer is that the chassan is not just tarid, he's tarid and with a mitzvah. This guy is just tarid, there's no mitzvah. So it's both together. That's if there's nobody else to bury the mace. It has nothing to do. This has nothing to do. Aval has nothing to do right now. Right now we're not talking about the burying part. What?
Shiva, is it a shis?
Being with your head absolutely overtaken. Fanimin. That's not a mitzvah. There's no mitzvah to be being that shape. It's not has nothing to do. David. It has nothing to do with the burying right now. We're going to see soon. Right now, we're going to talk about burying in a minute. But this is talking about nothing to do with burying. This has to do with your head being occupied. You can't focus. You can't think. You can't spend a minute to say Kriya Shema or do a mitzvah. Okay, now we're going to get into the new sugya. Shana is asking, you're learning it from here, from Kriya Shema? You should learn it from over there by Karban Pesach. What does it say over there? The Tani, we have a brisa. That there were people that were Tamei L'Nefesh, meaning they were Oisik in a Meis Mitzvah, that they became Tamei L'Nefesh, right? So now the Gemara is going to ask, who are these people? It goes off a tangent real quick. First it makes a statement, who are these people? So it's going to say, they were the people that were Oisik with the Aron of Yosef. These are words of Rabbi Yosef. Rabbi Kiva says, Mishal Val Tzafan Ayu. They were Mishal Val Tzafan. That they were Isaac with Nadav and Avihu. Now, famously, what happened to Nadav and Avihu? They were both. Was they correct? They this past parsha.
Still this week till Tuesday.
Correct. Yeah. They went to right after the 7 days of Miluim, the 8th day, they went to bring the karbonis, the ketores, and they went and they did it without being told to do it, and they were consumed with fire. Taisa says, what does it mean consumed? Were they totally burnt? Was there a spine or not? Even if there's an outline from the burning, that's considered. But that's who it's talking about. It's talking about Nadav and Avihu. Rabbi Yitzchak says, if they were the people who carried the Aron of Yosef, they could have already been mitar. Why? Because right now, where were they? They were by the Shivas Miyam. They were like for 10 months stopped in the midbar. The Yidden weren't moving. So the Aron of Yosef was parked, right? Nobody's picking it up every day to move it. We're parked here for 10 months. They could have went to mikveh, waited 7 days and been good. Done whatever they needed to do and been fine. And number two, and also, so it's talking about Ella Oiskim b'meis mitzvah hayu. So it's talking about that there was regular people that were Oisik in meis mitzvah, meaning that specific meis mitzvah, and not just Rishos, Yosef, semi-Rishos. This is you're Oisik in a meis mitzvah, you're chayiv to do it as a family member, whatever it is. And Shechal, Shvi Shalhan, Liois Be'erev Pesach, that the 7th day falls on Erev Pesach, Shenemar V'la Yachu La'aseis HaPesach B'yamahu, that they couldn't do the Pesach on that day. B'yamahu Ein Yechel La'aseis, Ela L'machar Yechel La'aseis, and let's stop over here, meaning that basically 7 days before, when they were Mechayiv to do the Meis Mitzvah, they knew that in 7 days from now, they're not going to be able to do the Karban Pesach. Yet, they're chayiv to do a mitzvah, and now making them potter from the next mitzvah. That's pretty much where we got up to. Let's do a very quick recap of where it is, and we'll call it a night. Oh, before we forget, today's shir is chis for Akiva Simcha Mefega, for Zivik for Chav Bas Miriam, Ahova Bas Miriam, Dovdar Ben Peniel Peril, and like what was your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because how strong does the mitzvah day pushing off?
That's the point. It comes out that it's irrelevant.
So this is a big.
Yeah, so it comes out irrelevant. So it comes out irrelevant. Whatever the mitzvah is right now, that's the mitzvah you have to do. If there's a mitzvah, you can't wait 7 days and say, time out, there's going to be Karban Pesach, I can't do it. And we're going to talk about why do you need to learn it out from mitzvah. We're going to talk about it tomorrow because karas. If you don't bring the Karban Pesach, you have karas. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. But it's me talking about tomorrow.
So they weren't busy with Yosef, they were busy with the Meis Mitzvah.
Correct. It's bringing that it wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was a Meis Mitzvah, a regular person. Okay. The point is to bring out that it's a Meis Mitzvah. How much? Where are we on? We're way over? 14. Oh, okay, good. We're good on time. So, Bini. So now, back to where we started. Are you telling me we learn it from here, from Kriya Shema? You learn it from Karban Pesach. The Tanya, we have a brisa. There are people who are tamei to nefesh adam. Now wants to know who are these people. They were the Noisei Aron Yosef. These are words of Rabbi Yosef. And by the way, interesting fact, what do we learn now from here? You know, they say, if you go to Tzin, maybe a Kohen could go to Tzin, why? Because you're not going to become Tomei, right? Arabe, right?
Shimon.
So you go to Rebbe's, whatever. No. So he said you from here, technically you learn you're not allowed to, because Yosef, where's the bigger tzaddik than Yosef? And they also, but technically you should not be allowed to. I'm not saying halacha, you could ask your rabbi whatever he tells you. But you see Yosef tzaddik, they carried his aron, and there are people that go to whatever. There are people that go to interesting places.
We don't hold like it.
Right.
That would be the people that carry the Aron.
Yeah.
Before Matan
Very good. You're asking good stuff. You're sharing stuff that's not for right now. Good stuff. Okay. So now, Rabbi Kiva says, Mishav Tzafan Hayu. They were Mishav Tzafan. Guys, a few more lines. Mishav Tzafan Hayu. Shahayu Oiskin Benadav Aviyu, that they are Oiskin Benadav Aviyu. Rabbi Yitzchak says, Im Noiserin Shayosef Hayu, if they were carrying the Aron of Yosef, Kvar Hayu Lechem Tar. They had enough time to become tar. Im Mishav Tzafan Hayu, Yechem Tar. Yechem Hayu Litar. They could have done the same thing, become tar. Ella, so obviously, what are we talking about? Not any of those two cases. Oiskin b'meis mitzvah hayu. They were oiskin b'meis mitzvah. Shechal shvishale niyaz be'ev Pesach. How do we know? Shneimar says v'lo yachlu la'ases Pesach b'yom hahu. And because it says b'yom hahu, ein yicholim la'ases l'macher yicholim la'ases. Rabbi Isai, have a wonderful evening. Welcome back. And Amit Hashem, we're going to do the raffles this week, Thursday, for our raffle, and then Friday the Kingdom Sept will make their raffle. Good night.